Inner cleanliness has as much to do with the healthy, free functioning of our bodily organs as with the clarity of our mind. Practicing asanas or pranayam are essential means of attending to this inner sokha. Santosa. Another niyama is santosa, modesty and the feeling of being content with what we have. Literally, the word means happiness. There are occasions we work hard to get something. We get very disappointed when we don't get it. Some people will get into extreme depression as a result. Some people may even contemplate suicide in extreme cases. We do these things because we do not have the discipline of being content with what we have. We should accept that there is a purpose for everything. Yoga calls it karma. In Celestine prophecy, James Redfield calls this synchronicity. The real meaning of santosa is to accept what happens. God has a plan. Christians praise, "Thy will be done." Accept what God has given us with humility and happiness. Be happy with what we have rather than being unhappy about what we don't have. A commentary on the Yoga Sutra says, contentment counts for more than all 16 heavens together. Instead of complaining about things that go wrong, we can accept what has happened and learn from them. Santosa encompasses our mental activities such as study, our physical efforts and even how we earn our living. It is about ourselves, what we have and how we feel about what God has given us. It is about our whole outlook on life. Do we look at a cup as half empty or as half full? Tapas. Tapas refers to the activity of keeping the body fit or to confront and handle the inner urges without outer show. Literally, it means to heat the body and by so doing to cleanse it. Behind the notion of tapas lies the idea that we can get rid of the rubbish in our body. Asanas and pranayama are tools we can use to keep ourselves healthy. Another form of tapas is paying attention to what we eat. Eating when we are not hungry is the opposite of tapas. Attention to body posture, attention to eating habits, attention to breathing patterns, these are all tapas that help to prevent the build-up of rubbish in the body, including excess weight and shortness of breath. Tapas makes the whole body fit and well-functioning. It gives us the discipline of developing healthy eating habits and prevents us from eating high cholesterol, high blood pressure and heart diseases. Swadhyaya. The fourth niyama is Swadhyaya. Swa means self or belonging to me. Adhyaya means inquiry or examination. The word Swadhyaya literally means to get close to something. It means to get close to yourself, that is to study yourself. It could also mean meditation or contemplation. It teaches us to be centered and non-reactive to the dualities, to burn out unwanted and destructive tendencies. All learning, all reflection, all contact that helps you to learn more about yourself is Swadhyaya. In the context of the niyama, the term is often translated as the study of ancient texts. Yes, yoga does instruct us to read the ancient text because we cannot always just sit down and contemplate things. We need reference points. The world is changing fast around us. We can read the Bible or a book on spiritual healing, or one that is of personal significance, or the Yoga Sutra. According to the Yoga Sutra, as we progress in our self-examination, we will gradually find a link with the divine laws and with the prophets who revealed them. And since mantras are often recited for this purpose, we sometimes find Svadhyaya translated as the repetition of mantras. Ishvara Pranidhana. Ishvara Pranidhan means to lay all your actions at the feet of God. It is the contemplation on God Ishvara in order to become attuned to God at God's will. We should accept the fact that we will not always get everything we want. Sometimes we get disappointed. Things do go wrong. This is the reason why Samtosa, that is modesty, is so important. We have done our share. We have done the best we could under the circumstances. We can leave the rest to a higher power. Pranayama. Pranayama is the fourth limb of Ashtanga Yoga. Pranayama is the measuring, control and directing of the breath. Pranayama controls the energy within the organism in order to restore and maintain health and to promote evolution. Pranayama gives control of breathing processes and control of vital force. When the inflowing breath is neutralized or joined with the outflowing breath, then perfect relaxation and balance of body activities are realized. In yoga, we are concerned with balancing the flows of vital forces, then directing them inward to the chakra system and upward to the crown chakra or 1,000-petaled lotuses. Pranayama or breathing technique is very important in yoga. It goes hand in hand with the asana or pose. In the Yoga Sutras, the practices of pranayama and asana are considered to be the highest form of purification and self-discipline for the mind and the body, respectively.